In the world of football, records are like biscuits in a cookie jar. They're meant to be broken. And speaking of breaking things, Erling Haaland seems to have made a hobby of shattering records, just like he shattered Andy Cole's Premier League record. Now let's rewind a bit, shall we? Picture this. It's Manchester City versus Liverpool. Tensions are high, the crowd is on the edge of their seats, and the clock hits the 27th minute. That's when Haaland, true to his form, strikes like a lightning bolt, netting his 50th league goal. But here's the kicker. This was his 48th game for Manchester City. Yes, you heard it right. 50 goals in 48 games. That's the kind of consistency that would make even a Swiss watchmaker jealous. In fact, this season alone, he's found the back of the net in 9 out of 13 games. So that's how Haaland, the goal-scoring machine, did it. He just casually went ahead and scored his 50th goal in his 48th game. Just another day at the office for him, right? Now let's rewind a little and look at the journey that led Haaland to this moment. Because every superhero has an origin story, and Haaland's is no less exciting. Our story begins in the quaint city of Salzburg, where a young Haaland was making waves at Red Bull Salzburg. With an astonishing 16 goals in a mere 14 appearances, it was clear that this was a player destined for greatness. From the Austrian Alps, Haaland's journey took him to the heart of Germany. At Borussia Dortmund, he continued his goal-scoring exploits, netting an impressive 62 goals in 67 games, a feat that would make even the most seasoned strikers green with envy. But Haaland was far from done. He was just warming up. The Champions League, the grandest stage of them all, beckoned, and Haaland, being Haaland, set yet another record. He became the fastest player to notch up 30 goals in the competition. Talk about making an entrance. Then came the move to Manchester City. In the land of the Premier League, Haaland's star shone brighter than ever. He scored an unprecedented 36 goals in a single season, a record that had the footballing world in awe. But it was the hat-trick games that truly cemented Haaland's place in the annals of footballing history. Whether it was the hat-trick against Wolverhampton Wanderers or the one against Crystal Palace, each goal was a testament to Haaland's incredible skill, determination, and sheer love for the game. And then, in a thrilling match against Liverpool, Haaland did the unthinkable. He scored his 50th Premier League goal in his 48th game, breaking Andy Cole's record in the process, a moment that will be etched in the memory of football fans for years to come. And that, folks, is how you go from being a promising player to a record-breaking superstar, all in a day's work for our man Haaland. Now you might be wondering why all this fuss about Haaland's 50th goal. Well, let me enlighten you. This achievement isn't just about a number, it's about the sheer speed, skill, and tenacity it took to reach that number. Erling Haaland, in just 48 games, scored 50 goals in the Premier League. Let that sink in. That's more than a goal per game, in one of the world's most competitive football leagues. To put that into perspective, consider this. Andy Cole, a phenomenal player in his own right, scored his 50th Premier League goal in his 65th game. That's 17 games more than it took Haaland. 17 games of running, tackling, shooting, and scoring, all condensed into Haaland's lightning-fast timeline. Now let's look to the future. Haaland is on a trajectory that could see him catching up to none other than Alan Shearer. Shearer, a name that echoes in the annals of Premier League history, reached a milestone of 100 goals in 124 games. Haaland, at his current rate, could very well reach the same milestone in even fewer games. But it's not just about the numbers. It's about the spectacle, the exhilaration of watching this young man, game after game, breaking records and defying expectations. It's about the anticipation that builds every time he steps onto the pitch, the collective breath-holding as he takes aim at the goal, the eruption of cheers when the ball hits the back of the net. So there you have it, Haaland isn't just breaking records, he's making history, and we're all here, privileged to witness it. So, next time you see Haaland on the field, remember, you're not just watching a footballer, you're watching a living legend in the making.